Hello, my name is Charlotte. Today I wanted to talk about how to resist the urge to consume. It's very, very easy just to end up losing time just scrolling, and all of that time you're being bombarded by messaging. So whether that's by the platform itself, like as you're scrolling through, there'll be like a sponsored advert, or if those creators themselves are promoting, wow, my hand is very white. It's tough right now. Like the necessities of life, the costs of living are just like sky high and getting worse. If like the necessities are through the roof, and then you're also being bombarded with this messaging that if you're not keeping up with the latest trends, if you're not looking a certain way, driving a certain car, whatever it is, pick your poison. If you're not consuming this particular thing, you're somehow lesser. Often the adverts will kind of go with the traditional sort of marketing line that if you just buy this thing, then you'll feel great. If you buy this supplement, for instance, you'll feel amazing. And maybe it's true. And I live in Scotland, so some supplements are required. This is sun right now, but I take my vitamin D supplements because I don't want to be depressed. Some of the claims are true that it will make you feel better, but a lot of the time this is applied just across the board. Anything that you buy that you're excited about for a certain amount of time will make you feel better. Because if you've got something, even like the yearning for it, often that's like the more fun part. Just knowing that you've seen something that looks really cool, you've bought it, just knowing that this thing is coming, then you'll be able to open it. It's like Christmas morning, and then you open it and you love it and you're like, oh my God, and you go out and like you've got this new thing. And yeah, that will make you feel nice for a bit, but then, what about this new thing? And it's just, a never-ending cycle. And it's ending up hurting you because if you're a normal person, if you're normal, but if you're just a regular person on a regular income in the UK right now, the last thing you need is to have a semi-addiction, maybe that's a strong word, but a compulsion to be spending more money than you need to. But yeah, how to try and overcome that. If you can get yourself out, if you can break the pattern that you're currently in and just do something that makes you feel a bit nervous, just get yourself out of your current routine, because it might be scary, but the more you do slightly scary things, the easier it becomes to keep doing new scary things. And it has a bit of a butterfly effect, and it can really just shift your focus away from consuming all the time and just I need my next hit, I need to buy another thing. And it can just really bring a quite childlike optimism back into your life. If that's missing, maybe it's not, but it's this kind of openness of I'm doing something a bit out of my normal box, so therefore I don't know what could happen. And that is partially what makes it scary, but that is also partially, it just literally expands your box. That sounds bad, that sounds like a euphemism, but it literally expands your world. And it just means that more possibilities are available to you. You become more part of your local community, and maybe, I don't know, you'll share perspectives with someone that you wouldn't have otherwise talked to. So maybe it'll help expand your worldview, expand your empathy, and just feel more confident in yourself, because you can feel proud then that you've done something outside of your normal box. It can be a potentially free way of giving yourself that dopamine rush of pride in doing something new, being brave without needing to buy something. It's a more connected way of being. So for me personally, I have started to see a lot of butterfly consequences of me starting to post on YouTube, because I was absolutely bricking it to actually share myself online, because it's inherently cringy. But because it's something that is brave for me, it started to open up my world. And I ate in a restaurant by myself last night, and I was sat there and I was uncomfortable. They sat me on a table near the door, I hadn't made a booking, and it was a Saturday night, so they put me there. And I chose to like face the door because I thought I'm not really going to like the feeling of people coming in a restaurant behind me and I can't see them. That might feel quite vulnerable, like the feng shui. So I sat like facing the door, but then I was confronted with the consequences of my own choices because the people who were coming for their reservations were then queuing just in front of the door, right in front of my table while I'm eating my gnocchi. I was sat there and I was uncomfortable, but I was also just really proud of myself because I was trying to remember like when was the last time I ate in a restaurant by myself, and I genuinely think it was years ago. But now it's only been a day since I did that, so that's cool. So yeah, just try and expand your world basically in a way that doesn't involve your phone. The urgency you feel to buy that thing is probably fake. I don't know if I've seen this advice in relation to trying to stop consuming all the time before. It's normally like more like directly related. I wanted to give a different perspective that's more general about your life. Like advice for quitting alcohol, for instance, might be to not put yourself in contexts where there is alcohol so much, so you're kind of like removing the temptation and obviously like getting rid of any alcohol you have around you. It depends, I'm not an expert on addiction, so I don't want to go on and on there, but that's very like practical and direct steps to help you from not doing alcohol, but it doesn't really get to the like underlying reason why you were drinking in the first place. And I think a reason why we are addicted to social media and we might be addicted to buying things and consuming things, whether that's just spending our attention on these apps or actually spending our money on the things that we think, oh my god, I need that, like if I have that then I'll be like really cool and it'll make me feel amazing, and like, oh my god, my hair will look so good, or oh my, like whatever. The actual like underlying reason behind that is maybe like you're trying to fill a void, and maybe you can fill that void doing things outside of your current box, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find something that's fulfilling, or maybe you'll create a community, and maybe you'll just start feeling like there is more to life again. Maybe that's just me. So anyway, enough rambling and more doing. Let's show, not tell, right? So in the spirit of this, let's do something a bit out of the box, do something a bit scary, do something a bit new. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to go to my local park and I'm going to film the outro for this video in public, which terrifies me. But let's do it. Hello. Hello, I'm in my park and I'm being much braver than I was in my first video, which I started by filming in public, but I really like snuck deep into just far off the path for that one to help minimize the likelihood that anyone would find me or see me. But this time, you're not going to believe it, but there is a path. There's a path right there, so people could and probably will walk past. So yeah, I'm already making progress. I had some thoughts as I walked over. I do want to make clear that this advice isn't for everyone. It's just for people who are in a similar mental state to how I am right now. It might be helpful because I'm finding it helpful. Okay, this is my first challenge because someone is walking past, and yeah, I'm mortified. So I'm gonna keep just trying to talk. Okay, they've got headphones on, so that's fine. Okay. Wow, well done me. I even kept talking because I am next level cringe master. Okay, I'm word vomiting though, so let's just breathe. Okay, I think the restaurant was actually worse than that. I'm going to say the restaurant was worse because it involved occasionally making eye contact with the same people for sometimes up to 10 minutes as they were waiting for their table to become ready for them because they arrived at the restaurant early. So yeah, that was more excruciating, so I can handle this. Okay, another thought that I had walking was that often what we are consuming is comfort, or something that we think will make ourselves more comfortable. More comfortable. I don't know why I said it like that. Maybe it is a product that you think will make you feel good, or you think will improve your life in some tangible way. Or maybe it's a convenience service like a meal kit subscription, and maybe that's a great option for you, and maybe that's what you need right now. But it's all kind of like trying to make yourself more comfortable, which is a natural instinct. And again, this won't be for everyone, but maybe you don't need more comfort, and maybe you just need to push the envelope a little bit. If you're doing something new, if you're pushing yourself and you're pushing through something that makes you feel fear, like you got to see earlier of when someone walked past. I was let off the hook though because they had headphones on. You're just increasing the chances that you'll feel more fulfilled in a different way, and it will just potentially mean that you don't feel the need to be buying random things from TikTok shop or whatever it is. But yeah, that is all for today. Thank you for joining me. It's incredibly unlikely that anyone's even watched it this far, but if you are here, hello! Thanks for watching. I hope you have a lovely week.